Okay, now it looks like we're recording. So here's your update after like a month of not seeing much. You can see up here on top, they've actually gone through, and most of this is finished. So I think that was mostly done the last time I made a video. I mean, it's still gonna get resurfacing through here. This is all gonna be ground down, fiberglassed in, and all the way up through here. And there's gonna be a teak laid on top of all this. But most of the main structure is done, except for where I'm gonna be bringing this up taller, like I had mentioned, in a longer bowsprit. They replaced a lot of the rungs here on this ladder. And I'll give you a view of the bedroom again, though not much has changed here since the original videos of me being all dressed up. This is where they were storing their tools for a while. I'm surprised that they are no longer doing that though, because they're still a long ways from being completely done on all the woodwork. They just paused because apparently they're waiting for the electric guy to do some of his stuff, but the way I said that I want to run the electrics now doesn't really provide much of a reason for there to be a pause. But I don't know, maybe it's just an excuse because the workers want time off, so I'll let them have the time off. Here's the top where I was talking about cutting off this overhang, and you can clearly see up here that it actually has been cut off all the way back through here and over here to the front, and there's just a short lip over here. And then if we go back this way and go up to the top, I can show you where they've actually removed part of the building as well. And here you can see the kitchen, where all the stuff from the kitchen, where it's all been strewn about, removed, and where this has been completely gutted. I don't think this has made it into any videos yet. You can see they've removed all the stuff from the ceiling inside here, and all the fixings from the kitchen, so this is all going to be rebuilt. And inside here, there's going to be access panels for the main wiring coming down from the solar array and going to the regulators downstairs. And this is the hydraulic lines for steering. And the new ceiling here is going to be all bamboo. And again, it's weird, they haven't really done much in a few weeks now. And the reason I was given is because they were going to wait for the electrician to do his thing. But I had said all I wanted the electrician to do was just to run wires from the solar panels down to main junction box and the controller into the batteries. And then I was going to run the rest of it on surface mount conduit on top of all the woodwork. So I have no clue why woodwork would actually need to stop for that. And previously I was told they were going to fiberglass in the top roof before putting the solar panels back on, but now they're waiting for the electric guy. I don't know. Like I said, I kind of suspect maybe the workers just wanted a break, and any excuse to get that was good. So I'm going to let them take the break instead of arguing. At least I kind of hope that's the case, because if they really are waiting because they think I want them to run electricity in a different manner than I do, we're just wasting time. Maybe I'll see what it costs to have it rerun back inside these grooves like before with proper outlets instead of doing the surface mount conduit I was going to do. And at this point, I don't know if I really want to be doing another month or two of labor myself before I can actually start using this thing. after already waiting so long on everybody else. I'm not sure how well you can see from behind the wheel there. It's not necessarily the best vantage point, but I've opened the wheelhouse up here. There's no longer a wheelhouse really, more just a bridge with a roof and a wheel. There's a restrainer. I was going to do a spin, but it didn't work. You know? At any rate though, here's upstairs, and you can see how much more roomy this whole area is now. Before, right here you had that wall, right? And this was where the bridge was. I guess we still have a bridge, we just no longer have a wheelhouse on the bridge. Here's what's left. What you're looking at right here actually used to be completely covered by this bit coming out to here, and then out here was side railing area. I've had this cut out as a nice walkable path around where the helm is located. So it used to come out to here, the wall of the building, and then you could walk over here, across here, but all this has been cut off because, like you saw in the last video, I found that that was a real issue for stability. From here you can get an idea of where that overhang I was talking about used to be. It used to come out to here from the vantage point of where the camera is sitting right now. Right now, you guys are sitting on the outside railing where it used to be located, and I'm leaning over from the new side location, which is basically on top of where the walls are down there. So you can imagine this whole area over here would have been a walkway around the wheelhouse, as well as, you know, extra entertaining area. But I think it's more important to be stable than to have a bit of extra area and a bit more shade down there. What do you think? And then we've had to cut off the side of this to provide space to walk around, because before this would have come all the way to here and this would have been an enclosed building. But I actually quite like the look now. It's nice, it's open, it's airy. While you're out here at the helm, you feel much more involved in the environment and everything that's around you. And it's nice. And now the wind can pass cleanly through this upstairs area where the building used to be, instead of having something to push on and leverage her over onto her side. And here's the front area. Just extra space to hang out. This is where you'll access the sail. Will be coming over here from the mast and be able to rotate across this whole entertaining area. But whenever you're sitting still, the sail will be like strapped down, like ropes or something, across these rails, and then you'll have this area to hang out on and all that. And again, just to reiterate the most pressing factor, where I've cut off this edge, you can see down to there how much overhang has been removed. And you can get a good view of the lower sides of the ship and what's been done down there. And that whole lip has been added since I got her. Before, the deck kind of stopped at the height of the deck, and there was just like a handrail up there. Now it's more of a bowl. I actually wanted that to be almost double as tall as it is, but communication's always a bit hit or miss. Okay, not double as tall, but a good half again taller is really what I wanted. Right now it's tall enough to be a tripping hazard and not tall enough to save you from falling over. So I don't know. Gotta be better than nothing, I suppose. Here's the aluminum tracks that the solar panels ride on top of the roof itself. The electric guy is a guy that also works for Ray Marine. So he's supposed to be coming in and giving me quotes on all the different pieces for the electrical system, and giving me a final verdict as to whether or not my radar works. I'm hoping it does. That's one of the things I liked about the vessel. But if it doesn't work, then I can change brands, because Ray Marine's a little bit pricey. Just the main navigation screen was coming in at something like, what is it, like $7,000 or something for that, and like the sounder. So as you can see, it is very dark down here. You may be asking yourself why. Is it even darker than it normally would be down here? Well, that is not only because I right now do not have a headlamp or a light source of some sort to show you. It has to do with this right here. What this is the outside of what that was that I was showing you. It's the boards put on top of where there used to be windows. I didn't like the idea of a potential leak point down low, so I floated the idea of sealing them permanently not to open or just covering them up. And apparently my shipwright went with the idea of just covering them up entirely. Though I'm not sure if I want to stick with this. I think I may put new windows and portholes or something. Because even though there's a railing out here up to this height that makes it harder to see out, I still think some way to index where you are would help with seasickness and stuff. If you're walking around down there and you get a bit woozy, being able to look up and even just seeing a cloud, I mean, even with the movement in the air, it's still something to relatively let your brain kind of fixate on to understand what's happening. So I may change the idea of having gotten rid of these and put them back, but maybe just make them not open so that they're a bit less of a security risk. Or just make ones that do open with genuinely good seals. We'll see. But it's a change though. It's new. Not exactly cheap stuff, but it's also neat today. A point I didn't point out is you can actually see the vessel now. Before I leave, I'll probably go walk around the bottom real quick just so you can see a good view of the side. Because before they always had all these shade cloths, like here, all over the place, you know, for the workers, but now those are removed so you can actually see what's going on. There's part of the old sail, one of them, and the other one's downstairs. I was stepping on it when walking through the bedroom. Apparently we're ordering all new of those as well, so that's something. I guess that's the majority of the update. I mean, she's coming along. There's been a lot of progress. You can see again how open this whole area is now. I don't know how well you can remember how this all used to be an enclosed room. This was the wheelhouse up here on the bridge, and now it's just an open, airy space. And I actually kind of like it. I like it being this open kind of space. I think it adds a nice feel to it, and I like the idea that when I'm up there driving, you know, I'll be getting the wind or rain blowing past me and all that. I think it's going to be pretty cool. And I'm thinking of putting a slide from up here down into the water, sort of like what you see on that vessel along over that direction. See, it's low tide today. You can see out there a decent ways. Yeah, I guess that's basically it. A good deal's happened the last time that you guys saw it, though if you hear a little bit of a somber pitch what I'm saying, it's more just that a lot of the stuff, the woodwork, I was under the impression was going to continue to get worked on, and now we're like 3 weeks behind on that, but not a big deal. We're still making progress, and she's still shaping up to be quite a beauty when done. Okay, so let's go back down these stairs, and I will give you a view from down there along the side, just so you can get a better idea of the shape of the whole vessel since it had been covered up for so long. And then I guess that's the majority of today's update. I think it was a good one. You can really see how much more space there's up here, how there's no longer a room, and how much that overhang has been removed. So, decent progress. And this kitchen's still got a ways to go, right? But that's cool though. I'm looking forward to having the ability to go in and renovate the kitchen and really put it together with a layout that I think will be best. Still trying to figure out what it is that I think will be best to put that in, and figuring out the best way to use the space in the bedroom. I'm still not sure yet. I didn't realize before they removed all these speakers. I wonder where they put them. I'll have to ask later. Okay, let's go back off the thing and I will show you a view from the side. Getting off, it's a bit tricky because the workers haven't been out here doing the thing, so other people, other parts of this area seem to have walked off with my ladder. It seems like if you're not out here using it every day, somebody will run away with it. Or maybe it goes to the workers from it. I'm really never clear as to what parts of this I own and what's on loan, you know? Anyway, it's looking good, coming together, and I am awfully excited. Give you more view down here from the side so you can really see how much of that overhang I was talking about that's been removed. There wasn't quite as much removed as I planned on. Like, I didn't actually want this little bit of lip there. I wanted it all the way in, but I was told that was needed to shelter water from coming off. I'm not entirely sure I believe that reasoning, because I don't see why you couldn't just seal it. But whatever, it's okay. It'll be a little place to put lights, and it's still a lot less surface area, so I reckon things should be better. Okay. Now to get downstairs. And like I said, there's only half a ladder, so you have to go down and then jump. And that board right there is about at head height, so you're dropping about the height of a person. Okay, let me go down. Okay. Now, I'll give you a walk along the side so you can actually see the shape of the whole thing for once without it being all obstructed. The davits up there sticking off the back where I'm going to hang another vessel. So I'm looking at extending those out and maybe also bringing them further toward the edge for a better mounting of a larger vessel off the back. And maybe a platform down here more at water level so you can hang out and get in and out of the water without having to go up a big ladder. There you go. Okay, I'm done for today. Now I'm gonna go get some food and maybe do some editing. And then tomorrow I gotta have a meeting about the masts. I will actually finish showing you that. Here is the wood that's been brought in for building the masts. Right through here. This piece, that piece, and then that piece back there. And to give you an idea of just how big this wood is, it's a lot bigger than the cross-section of the human head, I'll tell you that much. Well, from me and Crusher here, I'd like to tell you goodbye, have a great day, and as always, thanks for watching. He's thankful that you did, aren't you, little fella? You like the viewers. Yeah. Bye. Current video production, as well as the transition to the new channel, have both been going slower than I expected. But remember, eventually, the mainline videos about the ship will stop arriving on this channel, and they will be over on Red Dragon Adventures. So, be sure to go check that channel out. I will provide a link at the end. Thank you.